Well, hello, everyone.
Hello.
To an Into the Music hangout this Wednesday, March 18th. And I have with me tonight the Surfaris. So welcome, Bob Berryhill, Gene Berryhill, Joel Berryhill, and Deven Berryhill. How are you folks doing?
Doing good.
Hey,
All
great.
good, all good.
Welcome. And man, I'm stoked for this. When Deven brought this up to me to do this, I was like, we got to make this happen. And I really enjoyed talking with you folks back. It was actually 2 years ago when I had you on the podcast. And then a little later that year, I got to meet you in Madison, Wisconsin. And that was a great time just getting to know you and stuff. So how are you all doing tonight?
Well, you know, the weather's doing pretty good right now, so we're happy the sun's shining a bit here in Nashville. So Gene and I and Joel are all in Nashville, so we're feeling pretty good about it right now.
Sure. And Deven, what about in San Diego?
Oh, it's so good. I don't even want to tell you.
It's postcard weather out there.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's paradise.
Well, welcome one and all. And I invite everybody to participate in the chat. If you're on Facebook, welcome. If you're on YouTube, welcome. We're going to have a great time tonight. We're going to take the next hour here. And basically what's happening here is that, let me get something in place. We've got the Surfaris getting ready to go on tour. And this is going to be in like two little separate legs here. We've got Nashville coming up in April, and then the other 4 dates are going to be at the end of July. Are you pretty stoked to get out on the road again?
Wow. Excuse me. It's exciting to be contemplating a summer tour. We've been going through a pretty rough winter here in Nashville with ice storms and things like that. But to think about the summer with waves and water and sunshine is a great feeling.
Right. So you are doing this in conjunction, I believe, with City Wineries.
Yeah, we have a new agent, Worldwide Management, out in LA that contacted me and said, "Hey, Bob, we'd like to get you guys back on the road." I said, "Go for it." And so they came up with the City Winery group of venues, and they have really been good. It's looking like it's going to be a great setup for us. Excuse me. Nice large stages, good sound system. We'll be bringing our original amps and drums, so it's going to sound really good.
All right. And so one of the things that we're going to be doing on this live stream in the course of it is we're going to do some drawings. So if you saw our promos for this, you know that we're going to be doing some giveaways of some VIP ticket packages. There's going to be 2 per show. So 2 for Nashville, 2 for Pittsburgh, 2 for Philly, 2 for New York, and 2 for Boston. And so what are these ticket packages going to entail?
Well, if I may hear that. So basically for each venue, first, of course, Nashville coming up real quick here on April 10th, we've got a VIP package. We're going to give away 2 of those VIP packages tonight. Each VIP package will include 2 tickets to the show, so you and a guest, and then also we'll be able to have a meet and greet. We'll autograph signing with the band after the show, probably back at the merch table, and we'll do selfies and autographs and say hello and just spend a few minutes with each of the VIPs. So it'll be two VIPs per city. So first we're going to do Nashville, and then we're going to anybody's in the Pittsburgh area. Again, you have to be able to attend these shows. You have to be able to either travel or live in the area. For Pittsburgh, same thing with Philadelphia, July 28th, New York City, July 29th, and Boston, July 30th. So Pittsburgh, Philly, New York City, Boston, and of course the first one coming up is Nashville, Rob.
All right. Well, thank you for that. Facebook people, if we were running into some problems, and I think I've got you included now. So if you're on Facebook watching us, give us a shout out. Let us know you're there. And let's see, I'm just typing. There it is. Okay, we're live on Facebook. So
hello, Facebook.
Hello. All right. Well, what we're going to do is about every 10 minutes into the show, we're going to be doing one of our drawings, and I think it's time to do that right now. What do you folks think?
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about what they're going to expect, Rob. What do you think? The show?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, Dad, you want to talk about the set a little bit?
Yeah, we're going to be presenting the music that basically inspired the writing of the song Wipeout. In other words, a lot of people ask songwriters and musicians, what inspires you? Well, as surfing and surf music were huge in Southern California from about 1960 to early 63, we as 15, 16-year-olds were just excited about the music that was coming out of those big Fender speakers. And we couldn't wait to get started doing it ourselves. So after seeing Dick Dale play at the Rendezvous and the Harmony Park and things like that, we knew that we wanted to contribute to the genre big time. And so with Ron Wilson on drums, just lighting the way, he kind of showed drummers what it's like to be a show drummer, what it's like to just be out there and pound with the heaviest sticks you could find. So they're going to get a taste of what it took to become a safari, to become a a real musician, to achieve the great things that you can do, and hopefully inspire people to get those guitars out of their closets and get down to the guitar store, get it tuned up and ready to play.
There you go. Thank you,
Or
Bob.
your drums. Or your drums.
I'm sorry. Now, Wipeout has a distinction of motivating drummers and guitar players. So it's not, as a guitar player, I'm thinking of that, but Joel just brought up the point that drummers like Neil Peart, people like that, Eddie Van Halen, who wanted to be a drummer, changed because he couldn't play Wipeout. So his brother took over the drums. So there's plenty of people who used Wipeout as their incentive to become something in the music business for the last 60 years. You can find it everywhere.
All right. Well, we are going to be doing our first giveaway here. And now this is a new thing for me. So a little kindness, please. Give me a little mercy if this doesn't go as planned. But as you can see, the first date is April 10th, 2026 in Nashville. And so that's right in your backyard, Bob, Gene, and Joel. And what we're going to do is you need to type in hashtag Surfaris. And then we're going to, that will enter you into this contest, and we'll pick 2 names out of that. Now, make sure that this is a show you can actually attend before you enter it, okay? We don't want to deprive somebody who can really go. Just don't go seeking the glory for the win here. So go ahead. We're going to take about a minute or so while we chat to collect your entries, and we'll go from there.
So, Rob, how's this going to work? So basically the first 2 people on the list will be winners for the VIP packages. First come, first serve.
No, we'll collect whoever types in hashtag Surfaris, and then we'll.
Oh, it does a generator thing. Okay, yep. Gotcha. So let us know when you're ready.
Yep, it's ready to go. Folks, if you're in the Nashville area, if you're close to there, go ahead and get your entries in. Just write in the chat. You just want to type #Surfaris.
Now, if they're on Facebook, is that just in the comment section?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so if you're on Facebook, which I see a few Facebook, hello, Cliff Doyle, John Boyd, nice. We've got some people from Colorado. We got people from Hong Kong. We've got people from San Diego. Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah.
My friends.
Yeah,
here.
Colorado's famous for the astronauts, where they wrote the song Baja. They've got quite an instrumental emphasis there in Colorado and a history of surf music. We'd love to get out there and play. Maybe the winery's got one there. We could slip into that one later on or in the summer. That would be fun.
Right. And over the course of the last week, I had a Colorado surf band on the podcast, the Terra Surfers, and
oh yeah,
boy howdy, their debut EP that came out in December. Boy, it's a good one.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of their advertisement out, so they're getting out there. It's so great to see people picking up the guitar in such an expressive way. And that's what surf music is all about. It's expressing your desire to play music that fills the soul, you might say. Because instrumental, you don't have to worry about getting the words in the way, but you do have to get the sound pressure and the beauty and the precision of a surf guitar in there. Really looking forward to hearing these bands as they.
Hey, Dad, we've got a couple questions here while we're waiting.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like I could see Joel responding to Mitsuru from Japan.
Yeah.
Hello, Mitsuru.
Mitsuru!
Yeah.
The greatest surf music fan, international surf music fan, that's for sure.
That's right. He's in Japan. We also have John Boyd from New Zealand. So we got Hong Kong, New Zealand. Hello. Colorado, San Diego. Where else? So Rob, so they're just putting hashtag in the comments?
They're putting #Surfaris
in the comments if you want tickets for the Nashville show, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
#Surfaris in your comments or chat to win those tickets. We have 2 VIP passes, so we're looking at Nashville April 10th. So if you can be in Nashville for that show, put #Surfaris like on the screen right there. Put that in the comment section. We'll add that.
Well,
Someone has a.
No, I was gonna say, Dad. Somebody asked who came up with the title "Wipeout" for the song.
Well, the Surfaris were a collective group. We always worked together, discussed things, and made it happen. As you know, after we recorded Wipeout, Paul Buff came on the talkback button and said, "Boys, you need a name for your song." And as I remember, Jim Fuller had a switchblade in his pocket, and on the mic that Ron Wilson had sung Surfer Joe on, he walked up to the mic, clicked the switchblade open, and yelled, "Switchblade." Well, any good recording engineer is going to know that click was anemic. You need something bigger. So my dad went out into the back door, grabbed a cement-soaked piece of plywood, brought it in. Pat Conley grabbed it, and they turned the tape on, and he cracked it near the microphone, and it sounds like a bustin' surfboards. And we said, "Wow, that's a good crack," but there's already a song called Bustin' Surfboard. And we thought a minute, and we said, "Hey, how do you bust a surfboard? You wipe out." Dale Smallin, who was in the control room, our manager, comes out to the mic and goes, "Ha, ha, 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 wipe out." Didn't ask him to do it. He just came out and did it. And so the crack, the laugh, and the song, 2 weeks later, we had a DFS 45.
Very cool.
Shout out to Manson here, Dan.
What's that?
Look at the question on your screen.
Which one?
The one right in front of you.
Yeah, I see
John
the screen.
Boyd.
What question are you asking?
Probably has to scroll down a bit, Joel. Just read it for
Oh,
our audience.
what is it?
I believe one of the Surfaris picked up a New Zealand-made Jansen during the New Zealand tour in the early 60s. Who was that one person, Bob?
Well, that happened to be me. Yeah. I don't know if John Boyd, I guess is his name. If you know the guy Norm Day from a group called the Joy Boys, they were the backup band for Roy Orbison and Paul and Paula. And so at the end of the tour, we all got in the room and we were signing autographs. And Norm Day came up to me and said, "Hey, Bob, it's hard to get Fender guitars in New Zealand because of patent infringements, but I'd like to have yours." And being that I turned my 17th birthday that week, I just said, "Sure, why not?" And I really liked his Jansen guitar. And so I picked it up, and all I did was I opened my Fender case, which I still have, and I slipped his guitar in it. I put my Jazzmaster in his cardboard case, which is what his car thing came in, and we left the premises with two different guitars. And then once I got it home, I fixed it up, cleaned it up, used it in the 80s, played a bunch of concerts with it, and then in 1989, I donated it to the Hard Rock Club, and it's hanging in their warehouse right now, getting ready to go back out.
All right. Well,
So it was good.
Well, we're going to close down this drawing here, and we've got two winners. And the first one is Jan Marnaka. Oh my goodness. Is that are familial ties going to be allowed here? I think so.
Well, sure. Anybody's
Who is that?
here.
So I want to congratulate Jan Marnaka for winning one of the Surfaris Nashville ticket packages, and the other is Kevin White. Kevin, congratulations.
Hey, Kevin.
Kevin White, yeah.
So
Right on.
Yeah, he's the career director at SAE Institute in Nashville, which is a recording engineer school and promoter of musical business, entertainment education.
Aren't you a member of that?
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Before I'm sorry, folks. I'm making note of the winners.
Mhm.
And we had Jan and Kevin White.
Sounds good. Yay.
Well, let's have some of the other people talk, Dad, while you
Let me clear my mic here.
clip
Go ahead.
your throat there a little bit.
All right.
So, Mom, the bass.
Yes.
Tell us about playing surf bass for the Surfaris. What's your favorite song to play in the band?
Oh gosh, there's so many. I love so many of them. I don't know. I like Mr. Rebel. I love Surf Beat. It just really, says it all about surfing
Hey,
and getting wiped out. And Surf Beat really describes that experience of hitting the bottom of the ocean floor and just that roar and everything that you get in your head. And there you are fighting for your life and trying to get to the top. Surf Beat is just so intense.
So, Surf Beat
like
is the
that.
song written by Dick Dale, right?
Yes.
That Surf Beat, yeah.
Yeah, it's just fun to play, and it's fun to dance to. And gosh, it's hard to pick a favorite though. Let's see.
No, that was good. What about you, Joel?
Favorite song to play on bass would be just kidding. Scratch by the Surfaris. That was my favorite song to play.
Oh.
Not on bass, on drums.
Oh, sorry.
Joel plays drums.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh?
Besides Wipeout. I mean, come on, we all know Wipeout's fun to play. But besides Wipeout, in our set coming up, what do you look forward to? Like, I can't wait to play that one.
Well, I mean, Surf Beat is pretty fun. I guess maybe See Me Loud, because I know I have an improvised solo in that one, and we'll see what happens, what the audience energy will give me. And,
tell us a little bit about See Me Loud. Why is that? That's a support. What album was that on? The Surfaris album. What album was that on? Tell us.
Pretty sure that was the Play. Second album, Surfaris Play, and that was the response to Mr. Lou, as my dad would say. It's definitely the Surfaris version, closest version of Mr. Lou, but it's got its own complete melody. It's just super cool, deep, heavy. I get a little solo in it. This has got so many parts, and the best part is it was vocal. It was orchestrated back with, Ricky Ricardo and those big band days. So it's just a great song to start with, and then you put surf to it, and it just makes it that much more amazing, right?
Right on.
Well,
Rob, you got another announcement?
Well, we've got a bunch of comments that I think we can bring up here, and from Nancy M192, who happens to be sitting in the lower floor of this house. Good to see the talented and beautiful inside and out Jean. And so Nancy says, hello, Jean.
Hi, Nancy. Hope to see you again soon.
What else do we have here?
We got a good question here from Custom Tiki D1D, or maybe it's Custom Tiki Dad or Dude, one of the two. He says, who is the most memorable band you've done shows with?
Oh.
Most memorable band we've done a show with here. Maybe I'll answer this one. I think one of my favorite bands that we ever did a show with was
Could it be with this guy?
What?
Eddie.
Eddie.
Oh my gosh!
I know that.
Look who's here. Yes, it was with Low Straitjackets, Eddie Angel.
I just drop in and say a quick hello. Right, just about to have some corned beef and cabbage, a late St. Patty's Day dinner.
Wow.
Man,
Sounds like fun.
I wish when are you guys playing City Winery in Nashville?
April 10th.
7:30.
April 10th. Are you in town? Or are you on tour?
I'm out of town as usual. But I wish I was. I'll keep an eye out for when the next time is. It was good seeing you, Bob, at that party. That was a fun party.
Yeah, it was a great vinyl club where we had Tony Wine, who was a great pianist and background singer, with Tony Orlando and Don. Yeah, there. It was a great evening.
She sang on that song "It Hurts to Be in Love" by Gene Pitney too.
Yeah,
and she wrote the song "Groovy Kind of Love."
Yeah.
That's a great song.
Land Mind Benders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Eddie, when you were with us, you remember when we played together a couple times with Surfaris and Eddie Angel's guitar party?
Yeah.
At the 5 spot there in Nashville. We did that a few times. Tell us about that experience a little bit.
It was a lot of fun. That was great. It was a great. You guys play all the right songs, man. And they sound really great. It was really cool. And I love Surfer Joe, man. You guys did a great job on that.
Yeah.
That's why Dan's do Surfer Joe.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I hope we get to do it again, That was a lot of fun.
Well, one thing about the City Winery, they have a nice large stage, so Joel can fly across the stage back and forth. Do some antics. So it's going to be quite entertaining at a bigger venue. So it's
Yeah,
going to
I
be
think-
great.
Yeah, yeah, I played there a couple of times. I think he'll do good there. That's good. It's a place that gets more people, you know.
Yeah, we're looking forward to a bigger audience and a
Yeah,
bigger stage and more production. We
yeah,
got videos to show and all kinds of stuff. It's going to be great.
yeah. So I'm gonna, Devin, I'm gonna be on the Surf 101 thing this summer. Are you gonna be there?
Yeah, I'll probably be up there. I saw you're playing with the Straitjackets, and you're also doing your own set too,
I'm
right?
doing my own set, and right now they got me playing. You know, Pete Curry has a band called the Everglades with
Oh, okay.
with Ben Vaughn and a girl bass player.
Ooh,
But
nice.
they're backing me up. But if something happens, I would love to have you. If you know, because you never know with Pete. And, you know, he's he's retired now, and his anyway, his wife is not so great, so anything could happen. But anyway, I'll be in touch with you about it. You know?
Okay, sure.
But
sure.
anyway,
Yeah, Devin, just in case something might happen to the other players in the band, you want to be prepared. You know.
You'll be
Pete-
there.
Pete does live in LA, doesn't he?
He does
Not too
live in
far
LA,
away. I have
Yeah.
friends in LA, really good friends. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
Uh-huh.
So,
Good.
so this you're on tour right now with.
No, I'm home. No, I'm home. I just got home
Oh.
on Monday.
You were with
But I
Dick
did-
Dickerson, right?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. He's a good surf guitar player, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
And, we did Mr. Moto and Journey to the Stars. Squad Car we did with all three of us playing the same
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
thing together.
Wow.
Did
We
Deke
got-
wear a mask?
We call it triple stupid guitar. Squad Car.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Did
And we
Deke
did
wear a mask on stage?
no, Deke didn't wear a mask. No.
Oh, okay.
But he came out. He came out in a wrestler's cape, and
There you go.
it was really funny. And he started his set with this. I don't know, Bob, you might remember this song called "The Crusher." It was sung
Yeah.
by this wrestler
Mhm.
called "The Crusher."
Yeah.
It came out, and he lost his voice after 3 nights of screaming like a wrestler.
I know.
Yeah.
It's hard on you.
But yeah, but it was good fun, man. I hope we do a West Coast tour. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely.
That'd be great.
We'll have to get the Straitjacket Safaris together. Do a
Yeah,
tour.
man. Yeah, definitely. I wish we were doing that. The City Winery stuff.
We need to have little Straitjackets and Safaris up here in Wisconsin. Eddie, you guys got to get back up here to Green Bay.
Yeah.
Is that where you are, Green Bay?
Well,
Nice.
I'm a half hour south of Green Bay, but
Well, we were just in Madison and Milwaukee.
and I was heartbroken that I couldn't make either one of those shows.
Yeah,
Well, next
yeah.
time.
Wisconsin is great. I mean, they're really good fans up there, and yeah, I hope. But that would be a good place for us to play. Or Minneapolis is another good place. You know, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played the Hook and Ladder. I saw you guys played the Hook and Ladder place,
Yeah.
right?
yeah. That
Yeah,
was one of the. You guys did
we-
that with the
We
Surfaris?
played that with Tony Andreessen as well. With the
Oh, great! Yeah, he showed up for ours gig. And
yeah,
you got-
remember
we did-
Tony Andreessen, Dad?
Yeah.
Was there?
He got
and
up.
we
We did at the end. We did Surfing Bird with him.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
Oh,
he said,
yeah.
well, yeah, that was cool.
It's very
yeah. We did a whole thing with him and I think the Surf Dogs and a few. It was like a whole surf music festival. Joel,
Oh,
what was
yeah.
that girl? The girls band that played with us. We played with the Swangos and then
Oh,
was the-
The Black
the Black
Widow.
Widows.
Black
Yeah, we played with
Widows.
the Black
But
Widows. That was a
there's a-
great.
There's
show.
a pretty cool. Yeah, there's a guy up there that does this tiki festival.
Yeah.
David
Oh,
Moe. He might be interested in booking you guys.
That
I'll
sounds
give
good.
you his info, Devin.
Okay.
David Moe. Yeah, it's at the same weekend as Surf 101, unfortunately.
Oh,
So I can't do it. But hey guys, I'm gonna jump. I'm seriously, my dinner is getting cold. I forgot.
All right. Enjoy.
All right. We'll have a
Somebody-
bite on us.
Yeah.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
See you
Say
later.
goodbye to Eddie Angel, everybody.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Surprise
guys.
guest. You don't know who's going to be coming in tonight, so tell your friends to tune in. You
Yeah.
know, who knows? We might have, I don't know, Elvis might show up. You never know.
And you never know.
Well, that was our little
Is he
surprise.
gonna truck over from Memphis?
Yes. Yes.
Hey, Rob, now that Eddie's gone, you need to highlight Shirley's Animal Channel's comment.
Where's there we go.
Oh,
Wow.
Huge comment.
yeah, my
There
goodness.
we go.
Thanks,
What does it
Shirley.
say? What does
Yeah.
it say, Joel?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see it?
Oh,
It
yeah.
says the Safari show is the best live music I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not just
Cool.
rock and roll, not just surf music, best live music. That's a big.
yes. Wow. Thank you,
Thank
Shirley.
you, Shirley.
The
Yeah.
Animal Channel. There you go. Okay.
All right.
We'll take that.
Well,
Yeah.
let's do our next giveaway here, our next drawing. In this one, oops, let me bring it up. This one is at City Winery in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on July 27th. So, folks, if you are able to make this particular gig, if that's something that you can get on your radar, go ahead and we're going to start collecting comments now.
Pittsburgh, right? July 27th. That's a Monday night, too, right, Dad?
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh.
See,
right?
I feel that thing you do coming on right now.
Pittsburgh.
Hello, Pittsburgh. You know, that's what I
Hello,
would say.
Pittsburgh. Yeah.
The guy
So-
with the mic, yeah.
So in your comments or in the YouTube chat, all you need to do is type hashtag wipeout and you're entered. So we're going to give that a little bit. That was great having Eddie here. What a wonderful surprise.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, how do you crash into this channel?
Just it's amazing how those things happen. They just kind of
Oh, promotion is
Well-
happening. Oh.
well, it reminded me of remember on Laughing or like Dean Martin's show or whatever, he would have that door where like surprise guests and they wouldn't tell him who was coming and it would
Yeah.
be some star. So there's your Dean Martin moment, Dad.
Oh,
Just for you.
well, it was cool. Surprise.
Well, Eddie lives in Nashville, so we hook up with him on many adventures when we're in town. Him and his family, they're a beautiful family, great people,
Yeah.
and we just love them a lot. We do have a question here from Custom Tiki Guy again.
Oh,
What are each of your favorite bands? Each of your favorite bands. Is that surf bands or is that like any band?
yeah.
Do we want to define it, Rob?
I'm
yes.
sorry. I was doing some technical stuff here.
Okay.
So what was the question again?
I'll define it for us. Which is your favorite band? So it can't be like a solo artist. It has to be a band, and let's say it's not surf, just for fun.
Any band.
Any
Any-
band.
Any band in the since rock and roll started. All right, Joel, go. You first.
Glenn Miller. Oh no, it's not. Rock and roll stuff.
Yeah.
Rock and roll. We'll stick in rock and roll. Go ahead. 1955. Here we go.
Favorite. That's like your favorite movie. I mean,
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah.
Well, the first band that came to my head was actually The Who. So there you go. I'll go with that. Go with the quick one.
Keith Moon on drums. I get it. Now, there's a Keith Moon Safaris connection, real quick, right? And that is, tell them about the Keith Moon connection to Wipeout and the Safari. Do you know it, Joel?
I know the Zikos connection to Keith Moon, but let's hear what else.
No, I'll tell you. I know the story because I read it. He
Oh.
actually was influenced by Ron Wilson of the Safaris. Keith Moon actually cited Ron Wilson in like a Rolling Stone interview. Look it up. It's on the internet. It's on the
There's
interwebs.
a band like called the Beachcombers or something. He did like a
Right.
Beach Boys type band.
Yeah,
I
he
don't think it
loved
was an
surf.
instrumental surf group, but
No, but he loved surf music. He loved Wipeout, and he loved Ron Wilson. He named Ron Wilson by name. So, okay, next, Mom, favorite
Yeah.
band. I think I know what it is, but
Oh, yeah.
go ahead.
This is hard because I have two in mind, but I'll go with the Pretenders.
The Pretenders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love Chrissy.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Dad. Who's your favorite band?
Well, the first band I fell in love with was the Ventures, Don Wilson and Bob Bogle. Loved their guitar interaction of two guitars coming together with such perfect melodies and harmonies, and Walk Don't Run was one of my original favorite songs. So I'll go with that.
All right. So we can remember you're doing hashtag wipeout for Pittsburgh. If you're in the Pittsburgh area and you want two free tickets, we've got hashtag wipeout for Pittsburgh July 27th. So go ahead and put your name there in your chat or your comment there on Facebook, and we'll keep going here for a minute. My favorite band, I got to stick with them. They're starting to kind of get on my nerves a little bit, but U2. I love U2. Love The Edge. Love Bono. Love the whole band. When I was in high school, they were huge, and I've always followed their sound. I've seen them like 12 times or something like that. 11 maybe.
That's a record there.
But Rob, how are we doing on the ticket giveaway?
Yeah, we actually don't have any entries yet. So
okay, so no surfers in Pittsburgh. Okay, well, we can move on to the next one if we want. We're at 6:37 right now, West Coast time.
Okay.
Why don't you go ahead and announce it and put another hashtag with it, and
We'll
we'll just keep going.
We'll keep Pittsburgh open. So if you get on and you
actually Pittsburgh just closed.
Oh.
I can let me restructure that and we will get it back up there again. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay, but what's our next one here? Our next one is Philadelphia, right?
Correct. That's on July 28th.
Rob?
Yep.
Philadelphia. Let's do it.
Okay, let's see here. Here we go.
Philadelphia. Hashtag surfing. Nice. July 28th. That is a Tuesday night. Yeah, Tuesday night, the City Winery. Now these clubs are really nice. I mean, the tickets for the venue is beautiful. They've got screens, they got the best sound, seated show, tables, you can order dinner and drinks while you're watching the show. It's a beautiful we're not talking just a small club. This is a very nice, it's a winery. I mean, it's pretty nice. I read the story about the City Winery on their website. It was they were trying to bring the winery experience that you would get out in the kind of the hills out of town kind of thing outside, out in the farmland, but they were trying to bring that experience into the city. And so that was kind of the vision behind the quote City Winery. So it's a beautiful venue. Philadelphia, hashtag surfing. So if you or somebody you know is in that area, get them online right now. And we've got 2 VIP packages, 2 tickets per package, plus a meet and greet with the band with autographs and selfies. So,
and we have the Pittsburgh show open again. So if you want to attend that one, that is hashtag wipeout.
Hashtag wipeout for Pittsburgh, hashtag surfing for Philly. Philadelphia, PA.
Let's get to some of these comments and questions here.
Okay.
Mark Reckless, there was a bar on Turquoise Street in Pacific Beach, San Diego named Kahuna's. The very last night that the bar was open, if memory serves me, the Surfaris played. What a great night.
Yeah, we played up and down the coast for, about 20 years. So we hit some of those places like that were very special. Don the Beachcombers and Sunset Beach, places like that.
Up.
What?
The belly up.
The belly up. So had so many great experiences in various clubs where people have congregated to hear some of the best instrumental music around. So it was great.
Wonderful. We were going to go on to Matthew from Colorado Instrumental Fanzine. Welcome,
Hey.
Matthew. How you doing, bud?
Hey.
But do you listen to the Surfaris music while you are driving around town? I do personally, yes.
Thanks, Rob.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Yeah, it's like that's the favorite question. Like, what was it? Johnny Depp said he never watches his own movies, like not even once. It's like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, once you record an album, I mean, we've recorded a number of albums, and after you're done recording it, you've heard it back so many times as you've heard it in the playback, and you fix parts and re-recorded this and that. Pretty much don't want to hear it for like 10 years.
We listen to it once in a while.
So who was the most memorable band you've done shows with? This was the question that Eddie came in on, but
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, Dad, who did Louie Louie? That was the Kingsmen.
That was the Kingsmen.
Yeah.
I particularly liked we played with the Kingsmen up at, I think it was like Clark Center or something up in Fulton, California. That was a great show because the original guy, he's since passed away. I forget his name, but he played the lead guitar solo on the hit version that they had of Louie Louie. And they had an all-star jam, and they brought both bands back on stage, and we were all jamming together playing Louie Louie. And they pointed to him to do his guitar solo, and it was kind of like a master class on playing note for note the Louie Louie lead guitar solo by the guy on the original guitar, by the way, he used on the recording. I got to sit right next to him and watch him play it. So for me, that was cool. I love the authenticity of that. Was awesome. What about you, Dad? Who was your favorite?
I remember we played with the Tokens, the guys who did Lions Sleep Tonight.
Oh yeah,
they are quite a comedy team. I thought those shows were really good with them, where you had such a variety. You had doo-wop and other bands, but they were really a lot of fun guys. You know, they were serious, did their job really well, and were very, very funny on stage. I remember that.
I like the Motels. That was cool.
Oh yeah, we played with the Motels. That was
Yeah,
cool. That was up at like Ventura, right?
Ventura Beach there.
Ventura, California. That was fun. They were really cool. They were what's the gal's name again?
Martha.
Martha. Yeah.
I think somebody stole her suitcase out of her tent, so she didn't have any clothes to wear. So that
she wore clothes, but I mean, I really admired this woman because they took all of her makeup, her, outfits she'd wear on stage. She went on in street clothes, no makeup, and killed the show. It didn't matter.
She was great. Her band was great too.
Yeah.
They're still playing on tour.
They are.
Hey, by the way, real quick, my friend Ryan Haggerty from Pi Records just came on.
Oh, there you are.
And he lives in Philly. What was hashtag surfing, Ryan. The tickets are still up for Philly.
Tuesday.
So
see
put
you there.
hashtag surfing in the comments, and I think you might win.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee that, but put hashtag right in the comments there on Facebook.
He's got a very good chance at winning those.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Ryan has
Put it in twice.
I've been on his podcast before. He does Pi Records, and he and his wife. There it is.
Okay.
Hashtag surfing. We got one VIP to Philadelphia. Wonderful. And Ryan, if you know somebody else wants tickets, get them on real quick before the show ends in about 20 minutes, and have them get the other VIP set, because you get 2 tickets plus a meet and greet with the band and selfies and autographs and that whole thing. So, somebody else would want to go, get them on. Hashtag surfing. So let's see here, Mom. Who was you said the Motels. Okay, so we answered that. Joel.
Well, playing with.
Yeah. What about you, Joel? Who'd you like playing with?
I come up with some crazy idea, but can't really come up with much. But I mean, the Dad mentioned the Dawn of Beastcomber show with the Ventures.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun.
That was a really special night. Smallest stage on earth, though, as far as trying to do Surf and Bird, working with 6 inches and my 13-inch foot was tough to do the moves, but that was a very memorable night. That was I think, our first collaboration with the Ventures, and sold out show, super cool venue, tiki bar, and that was very memorable.
So you bring up a good point, Joel, about Surf and Bird. For those who have not seen the show yet, the Safari show, we are doing Surf and Bird. Now tell them what we do, because you normally play drums, but something else happens that's kind of magical in that song. Tell them maybe a little hint of what to expect. What transforms?
Well,
make that
as
song
the
happen.
fan earlier said, how best live band of all time that she's ever seen. I mean, one of the main no, it's just kidding.
One of the main
One of,
reasons.
one of the reasons is, yeah, no, I come off the drums. Deven goes back to drums and to do Surfing Bird, and I give you what I think that gives legitimately our live show a lot is how much energy and entertainment value we put into our performances. Right, so Surfing Bird, I go completely wild and give it all I've got. And
So you're singing lead on Surface.
yeah. All right. So I come out, sing on lead on Surfing Bird and a number of our other vocals. And Devin goes back on drums, and that makes me free to run around. When we first started playing,
We got a little loop.
Hope that's not an emergency.
if you mute your mic, that won't happen.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway. So yeah. So we're more entertaining than most people expect because they think surf music is an elevator music they heard on the way in a department store.
No,
But,
not everybody.
well, maybe not everybody. Certainly, this audience that's listening can appreciate live surf music. But we bring a lot to the show, and you will definitely be entertained.
Hey, wait a second. We got another Philadelphia here. Jennifer Haggerty. Well, that must be a family member. Okay. Looks like we got Philly. Rob, should we move on to the next?
Yeah.
We should move on to the next. And so we've got congratulations to Ryan and Jennifer Haggerty. So they will enjoy that VIP ticket package. We're still looking for winners for the Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Where are you, Pittsburgh?
July 27th.
Yeah. There's a lot of 60s music fans in Pittsburgh because that's where they did all those shows for the music on NPR. They did all those shows where they brought up the doo-wop bands.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of fans there that went to those shows, and we'd love to recreate that night if they all want to come out and enjoy the rock and roll of our lifetimes. So it'd be fun.
Let's hit a few more of these comments before we go to the next giveaway. Have you had a recent CD release I need to add to my extensive surf music collection?
Well, we did Hurley Sessions. We did was our last one. That was kind of a compilation of a lot of what we play live outside of Wipeout and Surfer Joe. So a lot of songs. Did we do Surfing Bird on that one, Joel?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we do have recordings of us playing, but cool story there is we recorded it. By the way, that's available on our website, thesurfaris.com, or you can go to Amazon or stream it on, Pandora, wherever you do your streaming, Apple Music, Spotify and such. But you can also purchase it on our website, thesurfaris, surfaris.com. But also, we recorded that whole album at the Hurley Clothing Factory Studios here in California, in Orange County. They actually have a recording studio where they record a bunch of local punk bands, and they invited us to come and record. So there you go. Yeah. Rob, you ready for another giveaway, bud?
Let's cut through another couple comments here. Have you worked with any musical instrument companies to create a signature model guitar?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Well, not exactly. I play the 50th anniversary Jaguar Candy Apple Red that the custom shop made for me. I didn't Fender. I didn't ask for any special consideration, but it's when I went down to the Fender factory and picked that up, they asked me to play it. So I came to their showroom, plugged in, started playing Scatter Shield and Point Panic and all the songs we kind of wrote. People came out of the offices. They came into the room and said, that's what that guitar is supposed to sound like. So it has the signature sound, and that's what I'm playing on the tour, and it works great.
That video, you can actually see that video if you do a Google search or YouTube search for Bob Berryhill Fender guitars. Maybe even throw in Jaguar in there. Jaguar is one of the canonized surf guitars, right, Dad? By
Exactly. Well, it has that double. Well, it has the offset body, the balance of it, and the neck has the 22 frets. So it's awesome.
And that's the same guitar, basically, what you played on the Japan tour and Australia tour, right? In 64, 65, right?
No, that was the Jazzmaster.
I saw pictures. There's pictures of you playing in Japan on a Jaguar.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, in Japan, 65. I had my 64 candy apple red Jaguar. Yeah.
Okay.
I also wanted to mention, going back to releases, we've released Walk Don't Run because it has appeared in the Wednesday series on TV. So that's our latest release.
That's a Netflix series called Wednesday. It's
Yeah.
kind of like an Addams Family takeoff, right? And they
Yeah,
actually
it's
used
daughter.
the first album version of Wipeout
Yeah,
in that series. So if you like Netflix streams, there you go. It's called Wednesdays. And what, do you know what season it's in?
last season.
Okay,
It's a second season, episode 8.
Yeah, that's
episode
right.
8.
That's right.
When
Check it out.
It's
Yeah.
really
That's-
fun
rides
because
up on his motorcycle.
it's the final scene, and they're taking off on a motorcycle with a sidecar, and Wednesday's in there, and it's really hilarious.
Rob, we ready for another giveaway here, bro? It's getting that time.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to do another giveaway. We'll come back to Andrew's comment in a bit. New York City on July 29th. And your entry word is hashtag reverb.
Yeah.
Classic.
Reverb. New York City, are you out there? July 29th. Now that's a Wednesday night. And that's right. That's right on the Hudson River, isn't it? That venue. I looked it up. It looks like a really cool venue. If you are wanting to go to New York City and see a surf band, which is kind of interesting when you think about it, but another City Winery event, beautiful. I looked on the website. Again, you can go to citywinery.com. If you don't win tickets tonight, you can still purchase tickets online. They're available there, citywinery.com. Go to July 29th on their calendar.
We've got one entry for New York City.
Okay.
We're just waiting.
KSAC 35. So New York City. I don't remember playing much in New York with the Surfaris. We played in Connecticut pretty close once, but never in New York City. So this is a first.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Well, we
first
played
is-
in. Did we play in Rhode Island? Isn't Rhode Island close? No, it's here. Connecticut's probably closer than Rhode Island, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
played where the Magic Pizza is. I think that's Connecticut?
Mystic Pizza.
Mystic Pizza, sorry.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently Ken Sacco is the guy in.
For New York City.
Yeah. Robin
Ken,
said that.
welcome. He's got a wonderful podcast called The Door into Summer radio show, and full of surf music. And he's played your stuff and the Tourmaliners, and what a great friend to the surf music community that Ken is.
Well, thanks, Ken, for playing our stuff. We appreciate it. And maybe we've got one more VIP set up for City Winery, New York City. One more space open. So if you or somebody you know, get them to log on right now. Hashtag reverb. And we all know how important reverb is to surf music, right?
It sure
Right.
is.
Yeah.
Especially on
Kevin-
drones.
I'm kind of thinking that maybe why don't we go ahead and get that last one going as well?
Yeah.
That last date is in Boston on Thursday, July 30th.
Boston.
And
Boston.
your entry word is hashtag waves.
Ah,
Nice.
Yeah.
Waves in Boston. Now we've played in Boston, but It was kind of a smaller little intimate thing that we did there, but it was pretty fun. We played in Worcester. It's just outside of Boston.
Worcester.
Worcester. Are we saying that right?
So if my buddy
Boston.
Tim Donovan is watching from New Hampshire, he's a Boston native. Tim, take a trip home to the hometown. Go and catch the Surfaris.
Okay. Hashtag waves. Oh, it looks like we got another New York City.
Kind of reverb. There we are.
Chrissy 156 wants to go to New York, or maybe he is in New York.
All right. Well, we have our 2 New York City winners.
All right. Woo.
Cool.
All right. So
Congratulations.
can you guys, what I'm going to have you do is go to the Into the Music website at intothemusicpodcast.com and go to the contacts page and send me your contact information in the general contact form. Okay, so that's intothemusicpodcast.com. Go to contacts and then use the general contact form to send me your contact info. I said contact there a lot of times there, didn't I?
And they need to say what hashtag and what city they won.
Yes.
So that means everybody who's won tonight needs to go to intothemusicpodcast.com and email you from that contact their information. And from there you'll get instructions. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to have tickets available for you at the venue. So you got to be there to get it. We're not mailing them to you. They're going to be at will call. Go ahead.
Yep. If you can give me your name, your
first and last.
Yep. And then your how you came on, where you are on Facebook or YouTube. Excuse me, my brain is kind of shriveling here. And then give us your email. And then if you could also provide us with your phone, that would be great. This information is not going to be shared. I'll guarantee you that. It's just going straight to the Surfaris so that they can get you on the ticket list. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we're still looking for Boston. Hashtag waves. We'll be there July 30th. And Boston's a fun place, but it's also one of my favorite bands, Boston. Just another band out of Boston, right? And Aerosmith. Good music town.
Yeah.
Right? We all like Boston. Mom, you like Boston. In fact, good Boston memory is we were growing up, there was a few albums I heard around the house from Mom. She'd be playing Pretenders, who she already said she liked. Dad would always be playing the Eagles' greatest hits, I think. And then Mom would play Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. But another one that we all just loved was Boston's first album, More Than a Feeling. And some of that stuff is just such amazing. Tom Scholz and the guitar work there. And of course, we all like Aerosmith, Walk This Way, and Sweet Emotion, and all those great hits. But Boston's got some great music, great people, great food. And of course, Cheers came out of Boston. We all love Cheers, right? We all like to walk in and everybody knows your name. So
got another question here. How did you come up with the name of the band?
Well, we thought we were going to be really clever. You're only 15 years old, and we had heard the term going on a surfing safari. And we thought, wow, safaris, that's a great name. But we're going to be clever. We're going to call it Surfaris. So we just changed those first 2 letters, and that's how we did it. We just thought of going on a surfing safari, changed the letters. It sounded like a great name, and it stuck with us for the last 60 years, 65 years almost.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more question here. Where did that go?
Well, there's one back there. Wait, one from Andrew Curry. Did you see that one? Big long one. Comment.
Well,
he
question
says
about how many times it's been covered. BMI, the company that keeps track of all that, they have it in the thousands of times that it's been covered. So,
So how does it? Whose single is the one that's the most covered? Is it Yesterday or is it Wipeout?
Well, Wipeout yesterday. Well, yesterday is the biggest one, but Wipeout. I mean, I haven't heard James Taylor said, "I wish people would cover my songs." We get.
They're hard to dance to.
Yeah, it's in the thousands of covers now, and they're all out there.
We got a comment here from Andrew Curry. Says hello from Grovenhurst. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Muskoka, Ontario, Canada. From the Curry brothers. All right. The Surfaris were our very first surf influence when we were kids starting out. Thank you all so much for your music and for playing a huge part in getting us to pick up the guitars. Thank you and all the best. All right. The Curry brothers.
Sweet.
Right on.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, guys. It's fun.
So we still have hashtag waves for Boston and then Pittsburgh. Which one is that again? We have some Pittsburgh VIP ready.
Is Wipeout. Hashtag Wipeout.
Wipeout for Boston for Pittsburgh. So hashtag Wipeout for Pittsburgh. We still have a VIP for that, and hashtag waves for Boston. So if you're just another band out of Boston, you better get on there.
So there is one thing I wanted to bring up here, and that was, let me find it. I need to go backwards. Is that there is this particular volume by Gene.
Hi.
And I just happen to have, there we go, mine right here. So anyways, but Gene, tell us just a little quick about blurb about the book, because I think this needs to get out there.
Well, this is a really personal output for me. I've been a nonfiction writer as a professor for a number of years, and my parents passed away, and I started drawing with a pencil and paper, which I hadn't done for years because I really got into the high-tech digital stuff for work. And about the 10th portrait that I'd drawn, I realized I was kind of healing up from the grief. And I also realized that there was a book here that I needed to write. And so though this is a fiction folklore book, it's basically wrapped around our family bloodline experiences and what they went through, basically coming from Germany and some from England, and their trip to Pennsylvania, helped found Germantown, and then due to opportunities in Tennessee, made their way across the Cumberland Gap, came to Tennessee, and ended up living in a holler. And so they started building little villages and, trading posts and things. And it's actually loosely based with some artistic license, but there's a lot of truth in it too. It's a historical fiction. And so you've got historical touchstones, so you know kind of where you are at as the story goes on. But it's just about the ups and downs, trials and tribulations, and sort of the joyous parts of being a family. And for Deven and Joel and their children, I wanted them to know more about the background of the family. And there's some surprises in there. It's gritty from time to time, but I wrote it so a 12-year-old would be able to read it. So it's euphemistic. In other words, it's a little gentler than talking about, some less than happy times that they went through, because it was a rough life in the 1800s in this country. And so anyway, it's, I don't know, some people have told me it's just surprising, exciting, goes from great joy and down to some of the worst things that could happen. But the cool thing is that our bloodline has survived. We've got some Cherokee mixed in there because we were all trying to help each other back in the 1800s. I mean, you're talking the Civil War and a bunch of Indian wars and the War of 1812. And so all of that is in there. But the main thing is it's about the family and how they managed to stay alive. And here we are today. The main homestead I was able to inherit through my grandparents. So we still have the original land here on the Eastern Plateau. And Bob and I just finished building a cabin because their original cabin's like 300 years old now and it's leaning over like this. And so we couldn't move in there. So yeah, it's...
Can they get that online?
Yeah, they can. Just Amazon, type in my name, Deven Berryhill, and it's called Ripples from the Holler. The second
Can you show
book,
that cover?
what?
Again, Rob? Rob, can you show that cover again?
There it is.
Yeah, I took this photograph, and it actually, the farm backs up to, and the woods backs up to a famous lake called Dale Hollow. And so this is where the majority of our United States family grew and congregated. The area is Monroe, Tennessee. My dad was even born there. And so it's such a small, isolated area that everybody around is pretty much related to me, which is really cool because I'm surrounded by cousins. So, yeah, that's what it's about.
All right. So you can get that on Amazon.
Yeah.
Just type in Deven Berryhill, Gene, last name Berryhill.
Yeah.
And Rob, we have our pretty much wrapping things up here. We have hashtag waves for the City Winery. If you want the VIP packages, we've got that still available. We've got somebody who came in from Cumberland, Maryland. You might be able to make the New York City one.
Yep. The New York City date is July 29th, and the hashtag for that one is, or wait a second, no, we got the two New York City ones. Pittsburgh.
Oh, sorry. Pittsburgh
and Boston are what we have.
Okay, so Pittsburgh is hashtag, what was it again? Wipeout. So in the comments there, if you are in those areas, Boston, hashtag waves, or in Pittsburgh, hashtag wipeout. One word. But that's awesome, Mom. Well,
I want to say one more thing. That
please go ahead.
I'm going to do a live book signing in Gallatin, Tennessee, downtown this Thursday. It'll start about 6:30, and so I'm doing book signings. And if you want to pick up a copy there, the door is open.
Great, Gallatin.
Yeah.
All right, Rob, how are we doing on time here?
Well, we're getting ready. We're coming down to the wire here. So I think we're just going to basically the Boston and the Pittsburgh shows, I think we're just going to close out here.
Okay.
And then just a few things before we get going here. Reiterate, we've got the tour coming up. Let me bring that slide back up here. Oh, here's something very interesting I forgot about. And if you look at just to the left of D, Bob, your signature is on this single.
Well, there was only 125 of those made. So that's really rare. I think those things are worth about $2,500 on eBay. So that's quite a rare piece, especially with my signature from 1963 on it. Yeah.
So here are the dates again for the Surfaris going out on tour this year. So we've got coming up on April 10th in Nashville, July 27th in Pittsburgh, July 28th in Philadelphia, July 29th in New York City, and July 30th in Boston. And for tickets, you can go to thesafaris.com/shows. So, folks, I think whoever goes to those shows, after seeing you folks in Madison, I was blown away. I knew I was in for something special, but boy, that you put on such a good show. And there's a little memento from Madison.
Yeah.
There we go.
But
Very cool.
I really enjoyed it, and I just looking at the crowd that night. I mean, everybody was into it, and you just had you folks really know how to command a stage and really draw the audience in. So, man, well done.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
we've
man.
been working at it for a long time, and Joel and Deven and Gene have really come alongside to make my musical experience that much sweeter. Just to have them there with me, enjoying the time, and heck, if the gig's a bust, we're on vacation. Anyway, so we have such a great time, just enjoying the music. Deven and Joel grew up with it on my stereo, listening to the old 45s, and going on and learning to play drums, guitars, and it's been just a great experience.
All right. Well, we're going to tie things up here. So real quick, a few things.
Okay.
This one just dropped today, the Into the Music podcast with Alan Cote, and he is a wonderful songwriter, just blending all sorts of sounds and styles and stuff. He just I got to know him through doing some snorkeling with him, and he's just he's come out with some incredible stuff. So you can tune into that at intothemusicpodcast.com. And the Terra Surfers will be on this weekend on the radio, on Rebound Radio Live. That'll be, that's Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And on 91.1, The Avenue, avenueradio.com here in Appleton, Wisconsin. And boy, thank you to The Avenue. They've played your stuff. And Deven, they've played the Tourmaliners. People have really dug all of it here. So the Terra Surfers this weekend on Into the Music on the radio.
Cool.
All right. So, folks, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to do this tonight and to talk with you. It's great to see you again.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. We really appreciate you taking the time. And it was kind of last minute, but those of you out there watching, keep in touch with Rob and Into the Music. He's got a lot of great artists and musicians that he brings on pretty much weekly. He's got a regular podcast, but does a lot on radio as well. So follow him. He's a good guy. He knows his stuff, and he really cares about the artists and the music. So thank you so much, Rob. We really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to have us on your podcast here.
So good to see you again.
It is. Thank you so much, Gene, Bob, Joel, Deven. Really appreciate the time tonight. Folks, you can go to intothemusicpodcast.com for anything that you look at those old shows, and including February of 2024 with the Surfaris. You got to check that one out, Bob. Everybody kind of goes in a little bit more in depth than what we could tonight with the shortened time here, but it's a great show, and I really encourage you to check that one out. So, folks, have a good night. God bless. Take care.
See ya.
Thanks for listening,
Night.
everybody. We appreciate it.
See you later.